Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for February 15th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair first. This pair surged up, closed above previous session's high. This pair is moving to the upside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 84.51, possibly as low as 82.80. Look for some resistance around 84.00 and look for some support around 83.25. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair closed down just a little bit, did create somewhat of a doji bar and an inside bar. Could see a reversal from this downward move that we've been seeing. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 136.28, possibly as low as 133.80. Look for some resistance around 135.50 and look for some support around 134.25. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair surged to the upside, overall moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 162.84, possibly as low as 159.32. Look for some resistance around 161.69 and look for some support around 1,600. Now the US Swiss, this pair is moving to the upside, did pull back to some degree during today's session, closed lower. Still looking for it to return to the upside, close a little bit lower, basically below this low and below these areas of resistance, which would now be support. We'd look for it to either start moving sideways or moving lower. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9787, possibly as low as 0.9572. Look for some resistance around 0.9750 and look for some support around 0.9645. Now, as far as news announcements go, we have the pound releasing their jobless claims change for January at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it has moved from negative 4.1K to negative 3.0K, which would be good news for the pound. We also have the Bank of England releasing their inflation report, although no consensus is given and no time is given either. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, the US-Japanese yen pair has created a swing trade opportunity. It is a very steep curve, though. As you can see, we have the setup here across these three sessions, and now we need to look for a potential exit, assuming this pair continues to move to the upside. We have a strong area here of previous resistance, and we can look for it to possibly go up to that point before turning around. We just have to see if that gives us enough room to actually profit, especially considering where we're starting from. Currently, that would be about a 20 pip move, and from where we are currently, be about 28, so total about 48-50 pips move. We definitely can see that in the US-Japanese yen pair. Matter of fact, this previous session had a total range of 72 pips. So it can do it, just more of will it. So look for a breakout there to the upside to grab about 20 pips or so. Now the Euro-USD, it made an inside bar over this past session. We are looking for it to potentially turn around. This was a doji bar to some degree. If it moves higher, we could see it come back up to this area. We have some areas of resistance and resistance previously. Resistance here, could be resistance again on the move to the upside. That would be about a 72 pip move. Currently from where it's at would be about 140 pip move altogether. Would have to be a very strong move to the upside. Now if we look to the downside where this could potentially go, you can see that we have areas here, several places historically that this was resistance and now is support. So if it breaks down, it potentially could go even lower, back down to around the 1.3250 mark, somewhere around in this neighborhood. That's actually a little bit higher. Basically looking for it to go over 130 pips if we get a breakdown. You notice here between these two lines that I've drawn, we have previous area of support. If it breaks through that, You can see here we've gone through that several times, and we've had an area where it's consolidated within that range numerous times historically, so we could see that again, and that could be a place of movement between the two. We just have to wait and see. So if we get a break, definitely a close below the 134.27 mark, it should come on down within a session or two to the 132.92 mark. Well, that about wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.